He went to get up out of bed and he went to put his sock on, and I said, Jack, what'd you do to the bottom of your foot? He had a big old sore, probably that big one on his foot. So I took him out and set him down, and I said, we'll watch it. This was on Sunday evening. He started getting red streaks up his legs. So I said, we're going to Marion General. So we went to Marion General Hospital. So they put an IV, sent us home, told us to follow up with our regular doctor on Tuesday, which we did. We got home that afternoon, walked in the house. He fell, he passed out. We called him.
Yeah. 60 minutes.
So
60 seconds.
They took us to Riverside, took us to Marion General. They transferred us down here to Riverside. That's where we met Dr. Mel. They did some surgery, put some stents in his legs. That's Dr. Mel on his foot. We have been coming down, it was once a week. Started out once a week here at the Wound Care Center. We came down middle of March, and Jack wasn't feeling well, so they took his temperature, and Dr. Mel sent him down to the emergency room here at Riverside. They admitted him. They thought the infection was coming from his foot. So we talked to 3 different doctors, and to them we had decided it was time for the foot to come off. If the infection was going to make him sick, then we had to think about what could happen. So
what did you feel when you thought that he was going to lose his foot?
I guess the first response was, why?
Yeah.
Why us? But Jack and I believe that everything happens for a reason. There was a reason for this. We don't know why. We won't know why. But we strongly believe it was a reason for it, and we've been through some rough times in our life, but you know what? This is nothing we couldn't work through. We'll make do with what we have to make do.
What happened that they changed and decided not to do the amputation?
Well, we doctors that came in and talked to Jack, and they was giving him a blood transfusion, and we had talked about it and said, hey, this is what needs to be done. Let's don't put it off any longer. So we signed the papers. We'll make do. I was heading home back to Marion, and Jack had called me, and Dr. Silver had came in to talk to him and said, can you pull over and talk to Dr. Silver for a minute? And I said, sure. So I pulled over on the side of the road, and Dr. Silver said, Mrs. Smith, he said, I really feel, he said, once that foot is gone, it's gone. And he said, I think we ought to give it 6 more weeks. How do you feel? And I said, I'm for it. Let's go. Let's try it. And thank God we did.
I always thought was, what am I going to do? I couldn't do it, but I agreed with her and everything.
And was there anything?
And it's a funny foot look there, and your foot's not there anymore. But they were giving me transfusion that morning, and I think some of you came over, and
okay.
And he said us within 6 weeks we both agreed.
We did.
And that was, you know, once it's off, you can't put it back on.
So we agreed, and he went home the next couple of days, and we continued coming down to the Wound Care Center. It was every week, and then every 2 weeks. Now we're once every 3 weeks, and we can't say enough for the Wound Care Center. I mean, it is just unbelievable.
All the girls down there are very energetic.
Dr. Mel, his staff, the nurses down here, is just unbelievable. They know what they're doing. They know their stuff.
Thank you.
Dr. Mel was very open with us, honest with us, told us what could happen.
And I could tell on his face when it was good or bad.
But we can't say enough for the Wound Care Center. The wound has almost closed shut to what it was.
According to the
unbelievable.
Office, you did have a follow-up order.
It's been a struggle. It's been.
So they're going to fax me the information so we know what they thought needed to be done or where they
But
should
it's
go after this.
you know, the Wound Care Center is just. It's the place to be. The staff, Dr. Mel, know exactly what they're doing, and We're
Yeah,
glad
they
we're
said
here.
you did.
Having your foot taken off would have changed our lives
Oh, yeah.
completely.
That'd been hard.
But
And then I know I see veterans every day,
Uh-huh.
what they go through and what they hit.
It
As far as
does.
that.
It does. And the likelihood of you losing your other foot is very high once you lose one.
Right.
You know, once you
Exactly.
start that process,
that's right.
it's definitely,
And with today's technology, there's nothing that's not impossible.
well, and you had a VAC, you had intervention,
Mm-hmm.
you had Apligraf, you had dressing changes, and you
Oh.
had these nurses that you love.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. I would recommend this place to anybody.
So what are you going to do when you don't have to come back here anymore?
We're gonna miss
It's
you.
gonna miss. You'll have to
gonna
come-
miss ya.
You'll have to come out and say hi. Hi. That's right.